Hello, my pouring friends. How are you all? I just thought I'd flick the camera on. Because of course I'm out here having a bit of a paint before the sun goes down. It's freezing again. Freezing. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm laying down a whole lot of white and I'm thinking I'm going to do a dip. But I think I'm going to do the dip and then do a pour on top of the dip. So who knows how this will turn out. This is just flat white and I'm just going to run some bronze through it like that because I love the metallic. We all do. And I've got a little bit of a rose colour which I can lay out next to it just to compare it, which will be a nice experiment in itself for me. And won't it just be hilarious if in fact I do the dip on the two cards and then feel like I can't do the pouring of my paint. It'll be a massive shame. Why? Because I've already done my paint out. Like, look, here it is, ready in its cups, sitting and ready to be flipped or poured or however I decide to go. I've gone quite heavy on the white for some reason today, and both of them have exactly the same colours, except this one's got a more, where's the camera gone? Oh, there. This one's got more of that pink. Ooh, I'm nearly spilling it. And this one's got neon. But otherwise than that, it's got quite a bit of white in it, the turquoise, the neon, then some umber, brown umber, and some coppers and stuff, coppers and whatnot. And I unfortunately can't even tell you the paint of the brands because what I'm doing over the next few days is using up a lot of my existing mixed stuff and making up a whole lot of fresh stuff just because I feel like it's been there for quite a while now and I really want to use it up, remark my stuff and just get in a bit more of control. Everything that's there is nearly a year old too and I've been just adding to it and adding to it. God, that's looking nice. I've got a really funny feeling it's going to look really good and I'm not going to want to change it. But anyway, here we go. The first part of today is that I wanted to do a dipping background and then pour on it. So I'm just sort of squashing that up to just make sure that it covers all areas. Now that I've got that sitting there, I'm just thinking to myself, just because this might look amazing doesn't mean I can't pour some of this on. So let's see how we go. You ready? Oh, far out. It looks like a copper butterfly. What am I meant to do? It's an accidental perfect copper butterfly. Oh, guys, I think I'm going to have to leave this to dry and fill in the background and use that as a piece because that just worked out incredibly well by accident. So what will I do? I will torch this off, find a spot for it to dry off, put you on pause and go and get another substrate and we'll start again. And wasn't that a cool beginning part of today's experiment? And I love butterflies, you would well know that. Far out. I'm astonished. Do you want to come off off the tripod and have a little close-up look? All right, here we go. Come on. Ooh. So, I guess I could turn this around when I'm showing you, but look at it. It's beautiful. I mean, so much for my plan. And didn't I have that feeling that maybe it would just be too good to not do anything with or to pour over? Oh, my goodness me. All right, I'm going to put you on hold, pause, go and get myself 2 more substrates and then come back and we'll start this all over again. All right, hold it there. All right, I'm back. I've got 2 nice bits of card there and I'm still aghast I shouldn't be aghast though, it was pretty awesome, wasn't it? How about we do one dirty pour and one ring pour and see, oh, maybe we'll do a flip cup. Look, my hands wanted to do a flip cup, they just automatically went to it. All right, let's let that sit there. That was the cup that's got the neon colouring in it, and we will dirty pour this one, and we'll dirty pour it like a ring pour, even though I don't know what we'll do because there's quite a bit of white, so I'm not sure how it'll come out, and I'm thinking that I want to hold some of the negative space, and I'm getting a fair bit of twirling, which I don't really like, so I'm going to have to slow down. Or maybe my lesson's not to worry too much about that and do something a bit more free-formy. We're just about to start hitting our colours. Here she comes now. And we've got our turquoise just about to come out. Oh, look at this, I'm automatically doing a butterfly wing just because I'm still featured of thinking about that awesome butterfly wing that came out just before. Keep that coming out. I love looking inside the paint cup. Can you see in there? It's nice, isn't it? Look in there. Anyway, that's enough on that. That's not what you're here for. Well, maybe it is. People watch things for all types of different reasons. I mean, there's heaps of stuff I watch. I don't even know why I watch it. I just get mesmerised. Now, I guess that's one of the things about the pouring, isn't it? The whole thing in itself is mesmerising. Oh, I might just leave that to sit a bit more. There's cells and stuff still wanting to pop up. Let's reveal this. I should have thought about that a bit more. I'm going to drag that way. You ready? Oh, look, one of my marbles came out, and I keep marbles in the middle in my containers. Can you hear it? I keep them in there to help that do a quick mix. But oh golly gosh, it's looking gorgeous. My marble's looking gorgeous. And if you were listening to me and seeing me right now, you'd think I'd lost my marble. But oh, it's pretty, 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 really, really pretty. I'm just having to think about what I might run around the edge so that I can stretch that out a little bit, but not too much. I don't want to lose it all. What I've been doing with the cardboard experiment stuff is that if I'm finding that I don't want to use any paint around it, I'm just getting a bit of water to wet the rest of the card so it's all consistently wet so that when it dries it has less warping. Though I have found them to be really good and efficient, particularly for experimental stuff or just for fun when I don't want to use up a canvas. Oh, guys, I'm going to have to take you off to bring you in to show you the marble, or maybe I can zoom in. Let's see how we go. Can you see that marble there? Not really. It's there. Okay, come on, I'll take you down to have a look at it. Close your eyes if you get seasick. Oh, sorry, my finger went right on it. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, hang on, you zoomed out. Oh, that's better. Now we'll be able to find it. Look at the marble. How cool is that? By the way, while you're down here, what do you think of these gorgeous shapes and colours, the way that it's all moved in together? Really, 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 really like it. Look, it looks like an owl. What should I do? I'm just going to have to move it because whilst it might be tempting to leave it as a feature in the painting, it's not really going to cut it, is it? Alright, I'm going to put you back on the stand. Bear with me. Alright, welcome back. It's not very straight, but it doesn't matter. Let's start by tilting this one. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to now. let's start by tilting this one. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to now. Now, you know how many people don't like using brown? It is gorgeous. We should be using a lot more of it. The earthy tones when they're on a painting are so soothing and really, really, no, there's just something about them that offers a richness. And I don't think I can really stretch this out too much more unless I start adding some more paint around it, which I'm reluctant to do because I might want to try and stretch those brown bits out a bit more actually. Just see what maximum capacity I can get, and I don't mind about losing that white because some of the effect right here is really, really, really gorgeous, and it's made me think, oh, I don't like at all the turquoise that's in there. Oh, look, this is an interesting way to let it run out naturally and grow. It is changing shape. You know, I haven't torched either of these yet, so we're still in for some little bit of changes. Okay, I think that might be about that for this one. Says me, continuing on, like all of us. How many times do you hear yourself say, I've got to stop? I really need someone with me, I think. I say that a lot, you know, just to make me put it down. Okay, that'll do. Really, it doesn't want to stretch anymore. I can feel that. That's really thick and ridiculous. I might even swipe that in a minute and just see what happens. Okay, just flick that out a bit. Gee, there was quite a bit of air underneath that, and that's all popping up now. I didn't really want those extra cells in all of that beautiful movement. But anyway, sometimes we don't always get what we want, do we? All right, let's try and, oh, my spatula's stuck. Oh, make sure you move your spatula and relieve it from the wet paint. All right, let's do a swipe on this and see what's underneath. Ready? Interesting. Ew, just dropped a drizzle right in there. Shouldn't have done that. Notice how I'm not doing what I teach. I always teach to wipe after a swipe, and yet I just haven't done that now. I'm just going to turn that over and pull this last little bit over here and see what features come up and how it is when it dries. I like to use these little cards in other types of artwork as well, and I found them really effective, even just for greeting cards now. And I get so much pleasure in just doing the pour without having the expectation of it having to be something that's going to be marvelous and worthy of hanging on the wall. It relinquishes that pressure. I'm going to just drag some of this down a bit too, just because I want to see what that is like underneath. It's interesting. And we'll pull this over, being mindful to keep this part here because I quite like that. Okay, we've got some interesting stuff going on. I've got to stop now though because I'm just blurring the colours. Oh, okay. I'll give that a quick flick, then we'll do this part and we'll call it quits for today. How's your pouring going? Are you finding it really satisfying? I know I do. I'm so addicted to it. I get so much out of it. It's very therapeutic and cathartic for me in many ways, and I know it is for many other people. Oh, I'm going to work these cells. So working them, just gently bringing that torch up and over, up and over. There's lots of tiny dainty cells wanting to come up, and it'll look gorgeous when dry. Quite an interesting piece waiting to evolve there. But I'm not going to work any more of it down here because I want to keep those smooth patterns there. Oh, it looks really, really cool. Oh, got my torch. Oh, okay, let's flick this while we're here. Oh, too many air bubbles. You know, that's because I shook this and then used it straight away. I didn't give it the hour or two that I would if I was doing a deliberate bigger creation. Okay, let's roll this out as much as I can whilst holding some of these cells' shapes, stretching them out a bit, bringing it back now. Nice. Coming back down this way. I'm not going to do too much more because make the paint thinner and we lose the nice shape of the cells. You know, they start becoming zigzags rather than round and voluptuous and plump and delicious. What if I squirt some... What if I squirt some bronze? Oh, great idea, Maggie. Do it and see if you want to stretch it a little bit more out onto that. Okay. You're going to work this one right up? Yeah, probably. Okay. You sure you're not just wasting paint? Yeah, I probably am too. Oh, all right. Are you happy to do that? Yes. Yes, I am. All right then. Off you go. Okay, pulling this back down. There's still quite a bit of paint there, isn't there? Though, look, I don't want it to zigzag and I keep repeating myself. Repeat, 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 repeat. No. Ew, I'm going to lose a lot of that brown if I keep letting it do it at this speed. But I do kind of like it. Oh, I'm being naughty, like really going against everything I say and just more spending time enjoying the tilting than I am worrying about what's evolving. Very, very naughty stuff. Okay, bring that back now because I want to try and get some of these inner cells to come back to roundness, and they're probably not going to. Certainly have overstretched, but it really looks good, almost. Yeah, some of that over here is really quite gorgeous. Might just let it settle for a minute and decide if I'll just... Isn't it funny how I'll decide if I'm going to do this, but then show you what I'm going to do and then do it anyway. Just letting that come out a bit more. I think I have finished though with this one because it is already overstretched, but for some reason, because of what's going on, I'm able to get away with it a bit. Stop! Put it down. All right, I will. Let it settle a bit. Oh, I want to just try and bring that a bit more down onto the copper. No, the brown umber's thicker. I'm mumbling now, sorry about that. I was talking about the brown umber. I noticed it was thicker than the other paints. All right, let's give this a quick flick and then let's let you come down and have a look at some of these really nice features. And especially the colours together, you know. Just the way that these colours all move together is always so gorgeous. Ready? Watch out, sorry. Maybe I should just turn the camera off and start all over again when I'm bringing you off the tripod. Okay, a little slow move around. See there how it's overstretched, how these parts on your brown side there are looking more square than round, like these are looking round. These are stretched out too much. But you know, in saying that, that's through that critical eye. Fundamentally, some of the ways that it's swirling is just really interesting. And look at the colour there. Like, wow. How cool's that? And coming back over to here. So it is a really interesting, beautiful coloured piece. and I'm looking forward to seeing what I decide to do with it in the coming weeks. I often pour things and leave them for months and months. Let's come over to this one that I was talking about before. I loved how all of those little cells, remember I was talking about how I wanted to work them? Look at them. It's friggin' gorgeous. I think I might even just cut that part out and frame it because it's so interesting and nice. And look up there, you know, that could be quite a nice feature in a piece. Or even using it as a skin, like it's cardboard, so you can use this for book covers. Like some of this, remember down here, this is where I swiped, and we've had, working on the other piece, this has all had time for the cells to start coming up on its own. And how gorgeous is that? Really, really, lots of delicate cells, and I do like the delicate cells at times. And you know, a lot of this is mood dependent. Have you noticed that you can look at certain pictures and not like them one day and then love them the next day? It really is quite mood dependent. So there we have it for today's experiment. We started off with the accidental butterfly and ended up with some gorgeous patterns. I think we'll finish on this frame here because I really am attracted to that. And let me know how your pouring's going. Make sure you've watched lots and lots of YouTube channelers to get yourself really inspired. And if you're a person that's still just watching and haven't poured, let me know. Let me know what you need so that you can move into action and get into this really glorious creative aspect of yourself. You don't have to do this to sell. You do this for soothing yourself. It's a beautiful hobby, and it's pleasurable to see art around your own home and using it as gifts. So, you know, if you're worried about what are you going to do with all these pieces, I want to encourage you to not think ahead. That's ages down the track. These take, you know, a few weeks to dry properly in order for you to varnish, and sometimes you need to sit on them a couple of months before you even decide if they're going to be worthy of that glory of getting to that completed finished part. Allow yourself to love the process. All right, my pouring friends, I've crapped on too much to you today. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can keep being informed when I post something for your inspiration. And have a really happy day.